Well, I don't know what sustainable agriculture means to other people, but I can tell you what it means to me and to Underwood Family Farms. I would define sustainable agriculture as creating a growing environment both in the soil and on the farm where there's a natural balance. And it begins with the way we farm, which we utilize integrated pest management. We do a lot of scouting for pests. We use best management practices. And best management practices, in my mind, is incorporating the tools that are used mostly by organic farmers and the tools that are used by conventional farmers. But whichever happens to be the best practice is the one that we utilize. And it starts with the soil, because the soil is where we plant the seeds, and that's the lifeblood of whatever crop we're growing. So you have to have healthy soils. Not all soils are healthy. So we do everything we can to maintain a balance in the soil, because there are a tremendous number of organisms, hundreds of millions of organisms in every pound of soil. Some of those are beneficial, some of those cause disease. So we always want to do things that promote organic matter and healthy soils. So we use cover cropping, we use compost. We try and work the soil whenever the time is right, because if you work it too wet, it's going to compact it. If you work it too dry, you end up with poor soil tilth. So you have to start with the basic building block, which is a good healthy soil that's well prepared. And then when you plant seed, of course, you need to choose good seeds, and you need a planting program that has a good rotation, because if you try and plant the same crop over and over again in the same soil, you're going to build up diseases, you're going to lead to an unhealthy situation. So it's a whole system that creates sustainability. Some people think that farmers spray all the time. Farmers don't spray all the time. Farmers only spray when that balance I was talking about tilts in the favor of the pest instead of in favor of the crop. So, our guys working in the field, they're out in the field every day and they see a lot of things that I don't. So they're the ones who call the shots on, hey, there's a disease developing, or there's a pest that's out of control. If we didn't have beneficial insects, if we didn't have beneficial organisms, we wouldn't even be able to raise anything, because the harmful pests and diseases would destroy everything that we're growing. So it's just when that balance tilts in favor of the crop destroying diseases or pests that we need to step in and do something. And sometimes we'll use materials that are organically approved, sometimes we use materials that are conventionally approved. But they tend to be soft chemicals, and they tend to be pest specific, and more and more they're biological, that affect only the organism that we're trying to kill. And we follow very specific rules and regulations as to worker safety, consumer safety. There are a lot of parameters that we use to apply whatever we're doing safely, and safety is the key.